here are the top 5 pieces of tech that I plan to use in 2026. Starting off at number 5, and keep in mind I'm saving my favorite piece of tech for last. So here we've got the Amaran Ace 25X Creator Kit. Amaran has quickly become one of my favorite lighting brands when it comes to content creation and just professional video work. What I like about this is that the Creator Kit comes with a premium bag that holds the product inside. So here we have the Amaran Ace 25X lights, and check this out. It comes with a soft box. I feel like that is actually really amazing for how small it is. It's so good. And you don't realize how important lighting is until you don't have it. So for example, when I went to Hawaii, I brought this along with me, and without the lighting, I'm telling you guys, the videos that I filmed there would have been dog water. Especially if the natural lighting is coming from behind you, you need some sort of lighting, you know, in front of you. And currently I'm using the Amaran P60C as my main key light, and I would say it's pretty good. Take a look. Without the lighting, this is what the video would look like. And now with the lighting, it's so much better, right? So just being able to see that difference makes it all worth it. Also in the bag, we have an L key and also a magnetic horseshoe mount. This is actually very useful because all you have to do is click the blue button and it instantly connects to the mount, and it's very secure. And I think the best part of this kit is that it comes with its own custom tripod. And it also has a magnetic shoe mount. So whenever you're on the go and traveling, this is like the perfect solution because it also goes up really high. And on top of it being very portable, the power of this light is insane. Without the softbox, it's a little bit too harsh in my opinion. 50%, and this is what it looks like. Obviously, it's not gonna be as good as a big key light, but it's a very good alternative when you're on the go and while you're traveling. Coming in at number 4, we have the EvoWorks Evo 75 mechanical keyboard. This was released in November of 2025 and has completely sold out since then. The colorway that I have is called the Nova White colorway with the red accents, and I would say this is at number 4 because of the overall typing experience that this has given me. It's also very hefty, very heavy, fully aluminum chassis, and the details on this keyboard right here is absolutely amazing. A lot of the reviews that I watched before I decided on purchasing this keyboard right here, this is the end game of pre-built keyboards, and in my opinion, I would have to agree. And I'd say I've had my fair share of testing keyboards in the past year, and this is my favorite so far. This is the EvoWorks Evo 75, and if you have a chance to pick this up, I would say do it. Not only do I find this keyboard as my end game for the moment, it's also very customizable. We can easily take off the keyboard just to clean it up. This entire keyboard is hot swappable, and I love keyboards that have a magnetic connection. All you have to do is just place the front plate back on, just like so. It's very nice. So now we're moving on to the top 3, and my number 3 is the Retroid Pocket 5. This has been my favorite Android emulator of 2025, and I plan to use this until I receive my Retroid Pocket 6. It's so compact, it's like the perfect size in my hands, and I have very small hands. And ever since I got the Retroid Pocket 5, I have not put this thing down. I played around with a bunch of front-end applications, and on top of that, I feel like I've gotten a good combination of accessories for this device right here. I have it in the white colorway, and in my opinion, it's my favorite one. The GameCube colorway is also very nice, but this one right here is just so clean in my opinion. I have this compact grip that I bought from AliExpress for like $7, and in my opinion, it's better than the official grip that Retroid has made. I also bought that one, so I'm able to compare it personally, first-hand experience, and I would say this AliExpress grip right here is so much better because it's also more compact and it also feels better in the hand. I guess it depends on, you know, the size of hands you have. For me, this is like the perfect size. I also opted out of getting the official Retroid Pocket 5 case, but instead I got myself like this gray case from Amazon made specifically for the Retroid Pocket 5, but with the grip, it's a little bit more of a tight fit. I opted out of the official case because they didn't have like any other colors other than black, and this feels like it's a better fit for this device right here, especially with the colorway that I got. I've had a lot of fun playing games through different emulators, but I've noticed that this isn't the most powerful device, which makes sense. It's more of a budget-friendly device, which is why I'm looking forward to the Retroid Pocket 6, because it has the same processor as the Ain Odin 2 Mini. So I'm really excited to check that out and possibly play more powerful games. And if the size is very comparable to this, it's a no-brainer. It might be the Retroid Pocket 6 that I use moving on when I do receive it, but at the moment, the Retroid Pocket 5 is at top 3. In the few months that I've owned this device, I've basically taken it around the world. I went to Hawaii, went to South Korea, and this thing has kept me company during my plane rides, and it's been the perfect companion for traveling. At the number 2 spot, which could arguably be number 1, we've got my Windows laptop, the 2024 Asus ROG Zephyrus G14. Yes, I said Windows laptop. I've actually been seeing a lot of Apple hate in the comments recently, and I don't really understand why. I get it, you know, people are like, oh, it's the most generic choice that people go for, but there's a reason why it's the most generic choice. I get it, it's super overpriced, super expensive products, but they make great quality products. It's very reliable in my opinion. I haven't had any problems with any of the Apple products that I own. I've honestly experienced more issues with Windows laptops. Windows laptops are very important to what I do with, you know, this channel right here and also my other channels. So workflow wise, this laptop is my go-to. I need it for gaming content. I need it for editing because I'm so in the habit of editing on my main Windows desktop computer that I also need something that's portable, but also Windows. So this is my option right here. It's a very portable laptop and also powerful enough to basically do all the tasks that my main desktop can do. This laptop right here has made it so much more convenient for me to be able to travel around the world and also have a workstation at the same time. Something that actually works. But if you're in the market for something more powerful, but not as portable if you don't plan on traveling as much, but if you do still, you know, need something that's portable, I recommend looking into the Asus G16. It's basically the bigger brother of the laptop that I just showed you guys, but the chassis is so much bigger. You get bigger speakers. The quality of the speakers for both of these laptops are exceptional. I think they go head to head with MacBook speakers. They're really good. They're probably the best speakers when it comes to Windows laptops. Correct me if I'm wrong, but out of all the laptops that I've tested before, the Zephyrus line, the G16, G14 line, they're absolutely amazing. But in my opinion, this is a little bit too big for me when it comes to travel, but it has been very nice using both devices and testing them out. If you guys want to see like long-term reviews of these devices, let me know. I'll most likely make a long-term review of this device right here. The most obvious choice at number 1, something that stays with me at all times, we've got my phone. This right here is the iPhone 17 Pro in the navy colorway. I have this in the Taurus Q3 silicone case that comes with a little stand. I also use it as a tripod. The main reason why I got this phone in the first place was because of the camera. I've been using this phone as my main vlogging camera and it's been a blast. I've taken this around, you know, all my trips that I've gone on in the past few months, like the vlogs that you guys have been seeing in the past few months, all filmed on this phone right here. I plan to keep this phone for the next 2-3 years. So, you know, if everything goes according to plan and nothing breaks, yeah, this phone will be sticking with me. And, you know, this thing stays with me at all times. I use it for safety. I use it for my work. I use it for everything. This is the most useful piece of tech of 2025, and I plan to use this in 2026. I mean, it's very self-explanatory, 120 hertz screen. I love the fact that the front camera now has a square sensor because now you can go widescreen in selfie video. So when you're vlogging, it just looks like you're taking a selfie. And it's so good. And also, I love the other modes that it has, like dual capture, which I feel like is so cool. You can capture, you know, whatever you're looking at, but also capture your own reactions. I think there's a good amount of use cases for it. I hope you guys enjoyed my top 5 pieces of tech that I plan to use in 2026. If you guys have any recommendations for tech, or you know, things that could help me out with my workflow, please let me know down below in the comments. If you guys want to check out any of the products that I mentioned in today's video, the links are down below, so go and check them out. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.